Missed a button. It's usually Brent's job. There we go. Well, you saw my used car. It's a 2023 Toyota Crown. Available as an offer. The one I had earlier this week, the Chrysler 300, has sold. So had to pick a new one for this week, and it's the Toyota Crown, just under 70,000 miles, under $30,000. That car will run for a couple $100,000 easy. So if you're looking for a reliable used car with a lot of upscale amenities, that's the one for you. Micah Patton checking in. That reminds me, I think Mickey Costello is going to stop by. We've got Joan Novosad stopping by. So looking forward to those visits. Hockey half minute. Real quick, Dallas Stars lose to Minnesota last night, so that series is over. Stars eliminated in the first round, second or third best record in the NHL in the regular season, and the Stars failed to get it done in the playoffs yet again. Cost Peter DeBoer his job last year. Not sure if it'll cost Glenn Gulletson his job this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So there you go. I'm not sure if you caught the weather either, but 68 degrees, not going to get much warmer than that today, and overnight lows in the mid-50s. So, but certainly didn't get the thunderstorms they were calling for last night, at least around here north of us, though. Pretty violent storms rolling through much of central Texas. Let's see where to start. Congress ending the government shutdown. The Republicans finally doing what they probably could have done all along, and for some reason decided not to do it, but using the budget reconciliation process to restore funding to ICE and CBP. And the Senate bill yesterday also helped fund most of DHS, the 76-day shutdown, the longest in U.S. history. And I believe President Trump signed the bill yesterday. According to Speaker Mike Johnson, Democrats got absolutely nothing for what he called their political charade and shenanigans. Lisa Poole checking in, John Anderson, Tammy Keeling Jr., Scott Snow, Crystal Mapp, Daniel Wade White, Andrew Alvarez. Good morning, everybody. Thoughts on the shutdown? Again, another shutdown that really doesn't shut much down. And did anybody notice anything aside from spring break travelers who probably would have faced crowds like that anyway, regardless of TSA agents not being at work, calling in sick? I don't know. I didn't hear a whole lot of complaints from folks that were traveling. So the shutdown is over. $70 billion will be delivered to ICE and CBP through the end of Trump's term, according to the budget reconciliation process, which just requires a simple majority. So they don't need Democratic support. But TSA agents, apparently about 1,000 of them reportedly leaving their jobs, trying to find work somewhere else in the wake of the 76-day shutdown. But Stephanie Connie says Dems will do this every time because they want Trump, I'm assuming, not to be able to do anything. So, yeah, I think it's going to happen again. Monty Howard checking in. Good to see you, Monty. Ken Paxton, Attorney General, was here, about 10 days ago or so. He's filed a lawsuit against a postpartum care center in Houston, accusing them of being a birth tourism facility. According to the lawsuit, it's advertised its services on Chinese social media platforms and apparently, allegedly, has facilitated the births of more than 1,000 children over the last 20 years. The lawsuit aims to shut down the business and impose fines of more than $1 million, accusing the center of violating multiple laws, including the Texas Deceptive Trade Practices Act. Paxton also announcing he's expanding an ongoing investigation in Texas businesses that are already accused of fraudulently expanding or abusing the H-1B visa. So, yeah, 30 North Texas businesses under even more scrutiny, according to the Attorney General in a news release. These companies are suspected of engaging in fraudulent practices designed to exploit the H-1B visa program, including using ghost offices, claiming they're conducting various business operations that don't exist in order to sponsor foreign nationals into the country. So we'll see. What else is going on? Apparently, I mean, this doesn't surprise me at all. The accused White House Correspondents' Dinner shooter, Cole Allen, tried to get released pending trial, and he cited his own lack of criminal history and a list of accolades like his work history, his church attendance, his top-tier education. I'll be honest, in Washington, D.C., I'm surprised he didn't get released, but I guess because of the high-profile nature of the crime is why he didn't. But I guess when they finally got to trial yesterday, or into the courtroom anyway, his lawyers changed their tune. They were no longer seeking his release and decided to concede pretrial detention. Yeah. I don't know if we don't have such soft on crime DAs in this country and judges, would somebody who does something like this even look to be released, basically without any sort of bail? Product of where we are, unfortunately, right now. Scott Snow says Dems are a bunch of crybabies. Yeah, I tend to agree. Not a lot of this in Victoria, but apparently the other day a special meeting was held in Austin where first responders were sharing concerns about the self-driving vehicles. That shooting that happened downtown in early March, apparently one of Waymo's vehicles blocked an ambulance from responding to that incident. And apparently the autonomous self-driving vehicles have been involved in numerous recent safety incidents. Nobody from Google actually decided to show up and participate in that meeting in Austin. But in typical Austin fashion, the city of Austin, instead of dealing with it on their own, they want state lawmakers to fix the problem. They're asking state lawmakers to pass legislation that would restrict autonomous vehicle operations in the vicinity of serious crashes and allow police officers to issue digital tickets to self-driving vehicles more quickly. Why does the state have to get involved in this? They're your streets in Austin. Fix it. You regulate every other part of driving in your city. You could ban the vehicles if you wanted to. There's nothing that says you have to have them on the road. But this is the liberal way, folks. The current liberal, not liberal in the classic definition sense, but this is what they want. They want more government. And when they have an opportunity to act, they push it down the road and they give it to somebody else. They don't want to take on the responsibility in Austin. Monty Hauer said, it's Austin, enough said. And I will never get into a self-driving vehicle. I don't trust them. I mean, those of you who have been around this program long enough know that this computer here just likes to shut down in the middle of the show sometimes. I'm going to knock on wood because I don't want that to happen this morning. I don't get it. Don't have the phone this morning because Brent's got the phone with him. But if any of you have been in a self-driving vehicle, what do you think? You okay with it? Are you nervous? I don't know that I can enjoy the ride. I really don't. But yeah, let's not fix it ourselves. Let's just decide to ask the state to do it. Well, let's take our first break. Stop by Deerland Feed Store. Today's going to be a good weekend to get some yard work done. So go on by. They've got everything you need for your yard, your ranch, your farm, pesticides, pet products, dog and cat food, anything you need at Deerland. Great opportunity to get by there this weekend, get into the yard. They've got plants there as well. Also a great opportunity to remind you, because I know Jackie Parsons is very involved, but the Crossroads Independent Cattlemen's Association annual fundraiser coming up next Saturday. That's May 9th. So after you come by the No Fools rally at the Patty Dodson Saturday morning, head over to Club Westerner that afternoon. The trade show will start at 3:30. They've got a hamburger steak meal beginning at 4 o'clock for just $15. And then they've got a live auction that'll start at 6:30. They've got a country store. They've got mini horses and mini cows that'll be there. So the kids, bring the kids. They can take pictures. Heck, I'm going to go and take pictures with those animals. And it's all to benefit the scholarship and awards programs that the Crossroads Independent Cattlemen's Association support. So, and if you want more information, check out the Crossroads ICA Facebook page. The Chop and Block, get in there today. Great selection of boudin. Go get the lumberjack sausage. I have not tried it outside of the links, but I've heard great things about the pan sausage. Veracruz Restaurant, they're going to be supporting the No Fools Rally on the 9th. Supplying us with tortillas for the breakfast tacos. And once again, we're just giving out breakfast tacos till they are gone. There's no quid pro quo here, but we do encourage people to bring canned goods and non-perishable food items for Christ Kitchen. We're going to donate all of that as soon as we're done to the Patty Dodson over to Christ Kitchen. Vegetables, fruit, stovetop type stuffing. Doesn't have to be that brand, but that type of stuffing. So come on out to the Patty Dodson on May 9th in the morning, about 7:30. The Mandate's going to be there. Their show is going to be broadcasting from there. Magic 95.9, our mothership, will be there as well. Bill Posey's going to come on and support as well. So, yeah, we want to see you all there, all of those in the No Bull Network. If you're going to be in Victoria on the 9th, come on by. Allen's Wrecker Service, 578-6300, the only go-to tow-to that we use. I've used them for years. If you have a vehicle broken down, if your trailer blows a tire, Allen's can get you safely where you need to be, help you get your vehicles or your trailers repaired and then back on the road. Great people. And great at what they do. Better people, I would say. Janet and Alan Miller support so many charities and causes in this community. They love to give back, and the best part is that they don't like to brag about what they're doing. So support those that support the community. Greg Garcia says the lumberjack sausage is a life-changing experience. Do you get the links, Greg, or do you prefer the pan sausage? And Stephanie Connie says she went to the chopping block Tuesday in Halliburton and had them provide food for the town hall meeting yesterday. So appreciate you supporting them. Good morning, Melissa Hanson checking in. Heather Stewart's in. See if I missed anybody else. Tammy McElroy Williams says she's too much of a control freak to trust a driverless vehicle. Monty Howard says he's never been in one, doesn't plan to be one in the foreseeable future. Yeah. No, I've got no desire, as I said, to jump into it. Wow. The DOJ just keeps bringing up all sorts of stuff against or from the Biden administration. Trying to get to the latest stuff on them. Came out yesterday. A new DOJ report showed that the Biden administration actually targeted Christians. Gaslit Christians in this country to say that their fears were imagined. They weren't real. They weren't being persecuted. But they were. Remember, this is the group that called parents who showed up at school board meetings domestic terrorists. Well, a 300-page report of exhibits and footnotes from the Department of Justice Task Force to Eradicate Anti-Christian Bias basically shows it's what they did. They went after Christians. Listen to some of the things in this report. The Biden DOJ mandated the adoption of gender ideology throughout the federal government and treated requests for religious exemptions as harmful conduct to be regulated. The Biden DOJ advised the White House and senior leadership that federal employees' religious objections to the COVID vaccines were insecure or not religious. The report says the FBI investigated, monitored, tracked traditional Catholics who had committed no crimes. They prosecuted nonviolent, praying pro-life demonstrators under the FACE Act. You got people still mad at the persecution and internment of Japanese Americans during World War II, which was completely wrong. The only thing the Biden Department of Justice didn't do was lock up Christians in a similar fashion. They did all the same things. They investigated them with no basis for a crime. Go back in history. The Japanese Americans that were interned, or those that weren't interned, suffered terrible discrimination at the hands of the government. I mean, it's yeah. Greg Garcia says crazy how a change in leadership of the DOJ can get things moving. And here's the thing. There hasn't been enough turnover in the DOJ to say that this is just Trump. They have the evidence, the footnotes, the memos, the documentation that the Biden administration was doing this to Christians. Who else were they doing it to? I mean, we know this goes back to Obama when he weaponized the IRS against political opponents and those that spoke out against him. He went after a whole bunch. Obama did a whole bunch of conservative pundits. And I want to know if the folks who signed off on this, if the folks who directed law enforcement and DOJ officials to do these activities, I wonder if they're going to pay any price. Crazy stuff, folks. Come on in, man. Justin Richter checking in. We'll take a next break. Joel Novosad going to step in, join us. Good to see you, sir. Give me a second. I'll get our next break. Chesnick Furniture Company. There's your camera right there. So we'll just get you to swing that mic back around and look at that camera so everybody can see your pretty face. And yeah, there you go. Let me get the break done, and then we'll bring you in. Chesnick Furniture Company in beautiful downtown Victoria. Go stop by and see Bobby Leon today. Probably won't be there tomorrow. Bobby might take the weekend off, but he'll be there today. For all your furniture needs, Chesnick has you covered. Bedding, whether you want a brand new mattress set, whether you want a brand new bed for your mattress, they've got it all. Dining rooms, living rooms. I love my sofa and love seat that I bought from Chesnick, so stop on by, check them out. Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends. Haven't set the date yet for the Wade and Carter night in May, but it's coming up, and we'll let you know exactly when it is. We know where it is. It's always at Palace Bingo. We just don't know when yet, but we'll sort that out. Probably in the first half of the month is what Brent and I have talked about. USA Concrete Coatings and USA Foundation Repair. If you've got a patio that's looking a little bit drab, they can turn that into something slabulous. Astros split with the Orioles yesterday, so if you still want to get that Astros logo down, you can. And Went Services for all your electrical needs. Give Went a call. If you're remodeling a home, remodeling a kitchen, find out you don't have enough power outlets where you want them, Went can do all of that for you. Great folks. They'll make recommendations that you may not even think of. And just give them a call to handle all that, and backup generators as well. Whole home backup generators. They are a preferred Generac dealer, but they can get you any brand that you are partial to. And don't forget Para Vida Wellness and the Vita Cafe. Mother's Day brunch on the 9th. Or is it the 10th? I guess it's the 10th this year. Yeah. But the Vita Cafe having a Mother's Day brunch. They'll have a special menu for brunch, but they'll have their regular menu available as well. So, with that said, there we go. Joel Novosad from Discover Victoria, formerly known as the Convention and Visitors Bureau, correct?
On the official documentation, that's what we are.
Still are? Okay. So you're DBA as Discover Victoria. Is that it? So there you go. Glad to see you. I think the last time I saw you was at Tejas Fest. So good to see you again, and that's why you're here, at least to start things off this morning. Big announcement. I think this is going to be a fun show.
It's going to be an awesome show, man. We've got our announced it just this last Tuesday, our Tejas Fest 2026 lineup presented by Atzenhofer Chevrolet. A little plug right here. You know, you got it right behind you there.
Imagine that.
Yeah, wonderful. We're really excited because that's the first time we've had like a presenting sponsor, a title sponsor for the event. So thank you to Tommy and all those guys over there for their support. It's going to be really cool to have just a brand like Atzenhofer tied to the festival. But yeah, with the lineup, we're got the headliners, Dos Borrachos. That's not a Tejano band. That's Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager up on the stage together at the same time. What's that?
Masquerading as a Tejano.
Yeah. No, I mean, we are so excited we're able to get them because, you know, it's you got to make sure you got to get them early because either one of them might have a show somewhere. Yeah. You know, we already started pricing bands out in December already and started moving forward with offers and everything in January. So jumped on it early this year. And, you know, the rest of that Saturday night lineup, it's really cool because we were able to bring in a lot of local talent, regional talent who are, you know, making waves in their respective scenes. You got Devin Michaels from Refugio. You know, he's really similar sound-wise to, like, you know, Pecos and the Rooftops who we had last year, or if you like Treaty Oak Revival, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
He's definitely in that same vibe. After him is Bubba Wesley. And he's from Wharton area, but plays mostly out of Corpus. And he's got this bluesy country sound, kind of like a Stapleton or Sundance Head. And then after him, right before Dos Borrachos, is Addison Malik. She's from Edna.
Edna girl, right?
Yeah, Edna girl. She played Boot Fest like years ago, and she was like in 6th grade on the gazebo. And now she's in Nashville. She got a record deal. She's making, you know, getting in the top 20 on the Texas country chart. And so this is Saturday, October 3rd. But then we've got Friday night, October 2nd. And it's really cool lineup there too. We've got Grupo Anaya, Monica Saldivar. And then right before our headliner is Easy Band. If you have never heard them, check them out on YouTube, TikTok, because they're like viral on TikTok. Yeah, they do covers with like a Norteño spin of, they do like The Cure and 80s hits like Hey, Take On Me. They got songs from the night. They do System of a Down, Toxicity, which
I have an easier time picturing that in a Tejano sound than I do Aha and Take On Me.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. And we're really excited to have them. So,
and what are they called again?
They'll switch Easy Band.
Easy Band.
Just Easy Band.
So the letters E.
They'll switch from English to Spanish mid-song. But you know the beat, you know the song. So I'm talking about people who, you know, don't even speak Spanish. They're like, I'm coming Friday night now because I want to see this group.
Kind of a Tejano Spasmatics.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. And then our headliner that night is De Paranda. They're more like the Norteño scene too. And they are a younger band. You know, if you go to YouTube, I mean, some of their songs have 70, 80 million views. Wow. So some really big up and coming groups that we're excited to have. So that's Friday night, October 2nd and 3rd. And it's a free event as always, but for the first time ever, we're going to be selling VIP passes to the general public. Okay. So not just sponsors. Those will be going on sale next week, and, you know, all in with fees and everything and tax, it's going to be about $175 if you want just Friday night, or same thing for just Saturday night. But you get a little bit of a discount for if you buy a 2-day pass.
Okay.
So it'll be about $275 with everything all in. Now, it sounds like a lot, right? But you get the best seating in the house. It's
Absolutely
comfortable. I know you saw it there last year. We get really good food. It's a free meal. It's not just little chop. I mean, we had chopping block last year.
Was there last year.
I mean, it was a full barbecue spread out there pretty much. And so we'll have some of those folks back. We have a free bar there. Your pass will get you about 4 free drinks.
Nice.
Moonshine Drinkery is going to be doing it, and it's going to be more than just what you get at the beer booth, right? They're going to be doing specialty drinks, that kind of stuff. And after that, then it's cash bar after your couple of free drinks. But like I said, it's going to be stuff that you can't get at like the beer booth. There'll be a luxury restroom trailer in there. And I mean, you've got a chair right in front of the stage, so you're not fighting the crowd, anything like that. So it's a deal. And we're only going to be selling about 135 of those per night. So they're going to go quick, I hope. I
think they will.
First time for everything. We've never done it before, selling the VIP passes, but having that bigger area in front of the stage, it's just, it's really exciting we had a record in sponsorship last year. The community really came out and supported us, a business community. And, we're still going to be having all the same family friendly stuff out there. The Kids Corral, that's presented by East Point Energy, car show, cornhole tournament, all kind of food vendors, shopping. Mother Cluckers Downtown does our shopping market, free photo booth presented by DTAR Healthcare System. And then, more stuff to come announced.
Cool.
We're really excited.
Crowds last year, what sort of numbers? Did you ever kind of get a tally on the number of folks that came and enjoyed it?
Yeah, absolutely. About 20,000 over the 2 days. We're really excited to get Dos Borrachos because we saw a little bit more of a peak when Corey Morrow was playing, and it tailed off a little bit, and so, we do have an older crowd that comes out to Tejas Fest. I went to, did you go to the Krager show at
I did.
Club Westerner? I was there.
No, I did not get to that.
Oh, that was a blast, man. That was fun. And I'm looking around and seeing a bunch of our friends and stuff. And I'm like, man, these people would totally come out to Tejas Fest if we can lock in Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager. So I think that's just going to keep people around later because that's an opportunity. Dos Borrachos, they only do it a couple of times a year.
Yeah.
They don't do it very often.
No.
They actually headlined one of the nights at the San Antonio livestock show a few weeks ago. So it's just going to be a fun
Kevin
show.
Fowler was a headliner in the early years of Boot Fest.
It's just a fun. Yeah, we've had both back in Boot Fest. We had Kevin Fowler one year. That was 2015. We had Roger Krager one year, 2017. And they were both
look at you pulling
Soul Axe,
like
and now
that.
they're together.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Both those guys on their own are great.
So man, that show at Club Westerner was a blast. Man. I love it.
No, I unfortunately wasn't able to be there, but I've heard great things of the two of them together on the stage. And I know they've done, it kind of started, I think, if I remember correctly, from like just impromptu. Yeah. One of them joining the other one, and at a festival, and then
over the years, I mean, they've both been doing it for 20 plus years, and get to be buddies over time. And they're like, maybe we do something like this once in a while.
So Tejas Fest taking place in October. Remind us of the dates again.
October 2nd and 3rd. Yeah,
good. You think you're going to add anybody to the lineup, or is this set now?
That's the set for the main stage lineup. Yeah, we only because when you bring these bands in, like it's called a festival lineup. So Dos Borrachos will show up first, and they'll put all their equipment out.
Yeah,
and then Addison Malik will come, and she'll put hers, and it's kind of like a Russian doll situation where when the opening act, then all their stuff will peel off. So you only got so much space to do that. So we've figured out over the years, we've added acts. We used to only have maybe 2 or 3 in the early days of Boot Fest. And you remember we used to have to bring that stage in.
Yeah.
On a semi-trailer.
Smaller stage, too.
Yeah, it was smaller stage. This is bigger. The bands loved it. I remember the first year that we had Tejas Fest, Josh Abbott Band, his tour manager was like, this stage is perfect, man. He loved, nice. So, and I mean, this guy sees a venue every weekend. So we've got a real cool thing downtown with the Performance Pavilion.
Good. For those of you on the No Bull Network or Magic 95.9, we're visiting with Joel Novosad, Executive Director of Discover Victoria, talking about Tejas Fest coming up in October. What else do you have going on with Discover Victoria? What's coming up for the summer? What sort of things have you got planned that are not associated with Tejas Fest, but are designed to bring people to Victoria?
Yeah, so we've got we're bringing back, if anybody remembers the street dances that used to happen in the summer downtown, we're bringing that back. We're calling it Night Tunes. We are going to have one June 12th, July 17th, August 14th, and September 4th. Cool. So we're going to have 2 bands, mostly local bands, but food trucks. Moonshine's going to have a trailer down there. We're going to have some other activities, inflatables, and it's just going to be a Friday evening free concert. Something to do during the summer, right? Because a lot of our, nonprofit partners, they do their events in the spring or in the fall. So we just noticed, besides, the generals, love the generals, things like that. There's just otherwise not a lot of summer stuff going on. So we needed to fill that gap. So we're going to have those. We're going to have the July 4th blast off and a parade for the first time.
Really? July 4th
for America's
parade?
250th.
Cool.
Yeah. Parks and Rec is handling that.
Where's that parade route?
Going to be downtown, just like the Christmas parade
route. Okay.
And then the fireworks will be at the community center again. We have got I worked for a while because what we used to do was try to just, bid out every single time. And we would be having like a different fireworks vendor almost for every single event. Right. So you'd have to, it's like re-educate somebody on Victoria, and the quality of the show would kind of go up and down. We've got this company called Adventure Fireworks. They did the last 2 shows. July 4th and the New Year's Eve.
Okay.
And what I see from people is that this is the best show they're seeing in Victoria. This is a really good company. And we're just going to have a really good show again on July 4th. And that'll be a community
bigger
center.
And better than ever.
I mean, yes, Greg, he's always trying to upstage his last show.
Okay.
So he's always bragging. He's like, I got this planned. And, we're going to have, he's got an awesome soundtrack always. We've got some cool bands lined up, and that's going to be another free event. So yeah, we're working to provide some summer stuff too, in addition to Tejas Fest planning. Nice,
awesome, Joel. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
No, thanks for having me. Man.
No, I appreciate it. I think it's awesome. Looking forward to Tejas Fest, but I think the return of the street dances is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, just
who's the first band? Do you have the bands lined up yet?
Yeah, we're going to be announcing that probably in the next week or 2. We want to announce a whole lineup out for the Night Tunes, and we've already got June secured, July, August. We're working on September. We're very close to getting September locked in, and then we're just going to announce the whole lineup of everything.
When you do, stop on by or shoot me a note. Let me know if you can't make it in. Good. Great to see you. Joel Novosad, Executive Director, Discover Victoria. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And we'll take a quick break. And let you get on out of here. You're good to go. And I think I saw Mickey Costello pop in. So we're going to bring Mickey in. Brand us. Commander Cody and the gang and his digital marketing consultants that can help you with pretty much anything you need. Whether you're looking for marketing decisions, you want to just expand and develop some strategies for your business, Brandus can help you with that. And and don't forget to stop by our studio sponsor this weekend, Atzenhofer. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Atzenhofer always has you covered. That Toyota Crown 2023, my used car of the week. I hope it's not there by Monday, so I get to pick another one. Since the one I had earlier this week sold. Mickey, how are you, sir?
Man, I'm good. I'm tired.
You tired?
Yeah. Election day is tomorrow. It's finally here. We made it through the season. It's not just the bond that's on that ballot either. District 5 school boards up there. It's a pretty important race.
Yep.
If you live in Woodway Country Club, all the way Castle Hills West down to by Wiener Schnitzel, all those neighborhoods, get out and vote tomorrow. Make your voice heard.
Yeah. Who's in the District 5 race? Is that
Rick Jones and Ashley Phoenix?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I think BJ Nelson's also on the ballot, is she not? But she's running unopposed.
Unopposed. So she's listed, but you don't get to vote on it. We already swore her in.
Oh, okay.
She's in.
Good. Didn't know how that works. So there you go. Appreciate that. Just getting that report. It's pouring rain out in nursery. Nothing here yet.
Not yet. It was nasty out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's chilly, but
no
rain.
No.
Hopefully it's not raining tomorrow. We need people to vote.
Yeah.
Last numbers I saw, 4,793 votes have been cast through Tuesday, early voting. So I don't know, average of 2,000 votes come in on election day. 7,000 mark. That's not bad for a May election.
Not bad for a May election. Weather for tomorrow looks really good. We'll give you the Deerlam feed weekend weather. looking at about a high of 72 tomorrow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, and then looking into Sunday, a high of 79, overnight lows over the weekend in the mid 50s. So going to be a great weekend to get stuff done, get outside, and probably not warm enough to get to the coast or anything like that, but a perfect time to get out and
to go to the polls.
Yep, absolutely.
And go vote.
Yeah. So David Brogger saying good morning. Junior says you sell a mighty fine generator. So how are things on the bond front? What are you hearing? What are some of the things that you're still hearing that are maybe misconstrued that you want to clarify?
Oh, like the nonsense stuff? No, it's been the same. It's we're not building mega schools. There are no kickbacks coming to any school board members. What
I haven't heard. So that's a new one.
I saw somebody said that to me yesterday. What else have I been hearing? I don't know. Everything we're doing is to make everything better, make schools better for our kids. It's nothing personal. We didn't put a bunch of fluff. There's no pet projects. It's strictly to make our schools better, so our kids are more prepared for their own future.
Absolutely.
I mean, it really is that simple. Everybody's overcomplicating it, and you learn a lot about people when there's a bond vote. Some people come out and express their feelings. It's like, dang, that was low. But there's no nonsense to this. It's simply.
Has it cost you a friendship or two? Or
no? I don't.
Nothing. Not that deep, but still opened your eyes to the way some people might be.
Opened your eyes a little bit. It's like, man, I thought this was a friendly little place, but no, I don't know. There was somebody was out there changing pictures, using AI to change pictures. They posted a picture of themselves with their bond sign, and somebody went in and changed it to a no vote sign.
Really?
Changed their clothes and posted it was like another no vote. And I don't know. It's just strange. That's what I was saying. People like it brought out some bad in some people, I guess, and I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think our town, our schools need it. It's a shot in the arm, like I said before, for our maintenance team. This will catch us up so that we can keep maintaining it for the future, and it won't cost us so much money. We only get so much in the budget. That's it.
Yeah.
And we do what we can with it, but we've got too much to do at this moment. So we need this shot so that we can get caught up.
I don't know, and help educate me, because I don't know if you can or cannot do this sort of thing as a board member, but there's a frustration, obviously, in this community, and I think on both sides that you have to even look to a bond to get things done.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that something maybe you're going to try to address personally, or if the board can, is the way schools are financed in the state? Is that something that, you're going to talk to State Rep AJ Louderback and Senator Colkhorst about to try to fix the problem?
We can talk to them all we want. There's a whole bunch of them that's in Austin, unfortunately, but it's just the way it's designed. It's the way Texas does it. We only get this much money, and we have to do what we can with it. We are a large school district with 27, 28, 29 facilities that we have to maintain and keep insurance on. It's expensive. Just like everything else, the schools are expensive. Our attendance has been on the rise. It's better than it's been in previous years. That helps. Unfortunately, that's how the schools get money, is by daily average attendance.
Yeah.
But the folks in Austin, I can't do anything about them. Nobody on the school board can. We just have to make do with what they give us. Our new superintendent is very fiscally responsible. She's gone through all these contracts. We found duplicate contracts that were costing us, $500,000 a year for duplicates. She went through. We right-sized the administration. We're looking at right-sizing buildings with this bond. She's very fiscally responsible, very conservative, but unfortunately, where we are at this moment in time, it's going to take. We need some help. There's just no way around it. We with our current budget, we cannot fix everything that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, it kind of opened my eyes this session that, this is the way, and I don't know, previous bonds did a very good job of educating people that this is how you have to get this money because the state doesn't allow you to do it any other way.
Right. But school finance is, I think it's designed to be complicated. There's a lot I've only been there. Well, I haven't even been there a year. I'm almost a year, but there's a lot I don't know. But I know it's real damn complicated. But
what's been the most eye-opening on that side for you? Any one thing that you're just like, wow, I had no idea we either couldn't or could fund it or had to use this money for that only?
That all of that part it's just the biggest eye-opener was. Before I was on here, I had no idea that's how much money the schools got. I had no idea it was 139 million. I didn't know that our budget was based off of daily attendance. I didn't know anything about school board before I got on this. It has been a lot of people said it's a fire hose in your face when you first start, and it absolutely was. The first 4, 5, 6 months of it was just it's brutal. Yeah. It's harder than any school that I ever went to. That's for sure. But I had help from the board. The current board members were very helpful. Everybody was, hey, if you need help, call me. If we can sit down, we can talk about this. Let's go through the agenda, the rules of how school boards operate and all that. But we have to take required training that we have to go through also. But, and that helps a little bit, but. I don't know.
And I think it's good to get new people on board and involved, and somebody like you who's got a fresh perspective and learning things, and not somebody who's just been retreaded over time for 20 years
and set.
Because you're going to come at it with a new perspective, a different perspective.
And so it makes a difference, and I really have enjoyed it this year. I've met a ton of amazing people. I've learned a lot about our schools, our city. It's been pretty fun. I expected the bond brought out this. It's what I expected. I expected more controversies, I guess, but the bond is about as controversial as I've seen so far. But it's been I've enjoyed it. I got 2 more years to go. I'm not due up until 2028. But Rick Jones, he was a big help to me. He's with the budgets, and he was a mentor, I guess you could say. He helped me learn when we had budget items coming up. He's like, hey, look, let's go over this. This is how this works. Everything is coded, with numbers. It's very complicated. Yeah. I will learn more as we go. But,
yeah, it's one thing when you get involved, it's always a learning experience.
Yeah,
It never changes. Yeah. What do you want the voters to know before they head to the polls tomorrow?
I want them to know how bad our schools need this. We have several that are in dire need. How middle school, the entire plumbing underneath it's done. It needs to be replaced. It's $3 million, I think, is the estimated cost on it. Torres just needs HVAC roofs. East and west. Those second exits, I had to go through that. I went through that with 2 of my daughters for about 4 years total, and it will ruin your day. Yeah. At 8 a.m., 7:30 a.m., and you're dropping your kids off at east or west, and you get stuck in that traffic. You get road rage. So that's important. So if anybody out there, if y'all have gone through it, you know how important that second exit will be at those high schools.
Absolutely.
And this bond, it touches
till 18. They drive themselves. That's like as a parent, that's your freedom moment.
It is. And it will ruin your day. Yeah. And then when you have to pick them up at 3:30 or 3 o'clock, it'll ruin your afternoon. You forget about it, go through your day at work, whatever you're doing, and then you got to go pick them up. And it is dangerous. The kids are just the ones that can drive are brand new drivers, and they're cutting through, jumping curbs. I saw several accidents over the years, but those, this bond touches 18 campuses across this district. It's not just in one area. It's district wide. The new Hopkins building. Speaking of Hopkins, I got to go to their hosts mentor program this week. It's a host, HOSTS, helping one student to succeed. They have mentors come in, retired teachers. The convent sends people over. A&M Victoria's softball team goes. Yep. Every one of their team is mentors. I actually watched this little girl learn new words, and you could see as it clicked in her head, and she was reading these passages. They track everything. Mrs. Sledge and Mrs. Flores at Hopkins, they run that host program. If there's any mentors out there, if you want to mentor children, contact us. We'd love to have more mentors.
And these are at-risk kids who, could fail. And from my understanding, those involved in the program, nobody has ever failed.
Never.
When getting involved.
Never. And you can actually watch the progress happen. It was amazing to watch this little girl learn. She got 14 more words than she had gotten the last time she had done this sheet. It was Mrs. Sledge's husband built a lot of the props in the room. It's decorated. It was one of the neatest things I've seen. Yeah. The other cool thing I did last week was fishing with friends. We took all the special ed students to the duck pond.
Okay.
They stocked it with 300 pounds of catfish. And these weren't just little catfish. These were 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds. They were huge.
Fighting catfish.
We spent the whole morning out there fishing with them. They had a bubble station, ring toss. That was really neat to see. Me and this little boy Keith, we were fishing, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and we were fishing hard. We got one bite, and that bobber went underwater, and we yanked on it. We didn't get it, but I so wanted little Keith to get that catfish. That'd have been fun to see him really then. They had little Zebcos. They supplied all the bait, all the fishing poles, everything.
Nice.
Yeah. I like all that kind of stuff. I enjoy being on the school board for that. This election stuff is, that's adults fighting and acting a fool. But when you actually look at what this is for the kids in this district, like you go to these extracurricular events and watch these kids interact and learn and grow. That's what this is all about. And I know it's money and it's taxes, whatever. You got to pay federal taxes. You got to pay state taxes. You got to pay local taxes. I mean, of all the taxes you have to pay, the local taxes should be the one you complain about the least. That's immediate impact on your daily life right here. I mean, the schools need it. It's not like we're just wasting money. And I don't know, get involved. Go to some of these events that we hold. East Baseball won last night. They're going to the area championship. I don't know. Our Victoria West High School boys powerlifting won state championship.
Nice.
Our high schools we're doing way better than we have been. We're
absolutely
we're doing real good. Our
no F's in the district.
No F's in the district. Attendance is up.
Let me ask you one question that popped up this week that I don't think's been asked. Should have enough time. A couple minutes left. The 3 campuses that will be
right-sized.
But what the leftovers? O'Connor, Shields.
Hopkins is going to get a new one. Of course, you'd ask
Smith.
Smith, because Smith is going to STEM. Yes.
Those 3 properties, what will happen to them? Will they be sold? Will the district hold on to them? What's going to happen? That's the one question that I've seen kind of pop up on social media this week that people are asking.
In the bond, the one of the projects is demolition.
Okay.
Shields will be demolished, and Stroman will be. Smith, there is not a plan for yet. It'll take us, I don't know. I don't know how long construction will take to make the 56 classrooms, you know, doable. There's a year, 2 years.
It's not like the bond passes and boom.
Yeah, boom. Here we go. Yeah, let's start tearing stuff up. We're going to still use Smith, and then they'll move over to that new 56 building, 56 classroom building. There hasn't been any talk of what to do with these buildings yet. I don't know exactly how it works to sell property. I'm still the new guy, but I don't know. The ones that are, I know that Shields was in there it's in the bond to be demolished. The Stroman campus, the Hopkins, once the new one's built, we're going to stay in Hopkins while we build a new one. We have enough property over there. But I don't know what's going to happen to Smith yet.
Okay.
It'll be determined. We'll see what happens if this bond passes or not tomorrow. Yeah. Main thing, just go vote.
Yeah.
Go vote.
Get out there and vote.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Mickey, always a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes,
I want to thank Joel Novosad as well. We're at the top of the hour. So with that said, wish everybody safe travels this weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Get out and vote tomorrow. If you don't vote, you really can't complain.
That's it.
So thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
thanks for all the listeners. And we'll see you all on Monday. Bye, folks.